Hey guys, Jen here from Jazz Hair Studio in Trenton. I just would like to introduce myself. My name is Jen Masters. I've worked in this industry for 11 years. I've also been working at Jazz for 3 years. I've had an associate for 2 of those years, so I really enjoy that program, and just a little bit of why I want to be a part of it. The community involvement, it's huge for me. I believe in Summit, I believe in growing young talent, and I believe that everybody should continue their education. So that's a big reason why I want to be a part of it. There's many reasons, of course, but definitely just getting out there and helping other stylists grow in their salons and grow as a stylist. Why Redken? A few things. Charity involvement, that's something that really drew me to Redken. Their involvement with communities is outstanding, and I actually do that myself in my spare time. So I really enjoy that. Also, they have amazing products. The people are amazing, and they have systems that work. So Redken has really inspired me to take this next step and take this journey as an educator. So I'm lucky enough that I have Jazz and Redken to help me fulfill some dreams.
Okay, so I'll be showing a balayage ombre technique on the hair. This is my sectioning so far. Nice clean sections. Get ready for the application process. I mixed the Blonde Idol freehand lightener. It's a little bit like clay. You want to mix it 1 to 1.5. So I mixed it with 30 volume today on my mannequin so I can see a result. Since she is pretty light, I want to be able to see that transition from this medium blonde to a light blonde. First section. So you just want to make sure your sections are nice and clean, even. You want to add a little bit of a back comb to it here, just to help blend your ombre. So you're going to go in, you want to make sure you have product on your brush, more towards the tip of your brush, an even amount. When you go in, you want to make sure that you're getting an even amount coming down. We're going to do deep V's here, so you want most of your product to be towards the bottom. It's going to look something like this. Light saturation to heavier saturation the sides to get that balayage look. Clean sections. Cool working area. You want to use heavier saturation here and then work your light saturation up. You don't want to start up here with heavy saturation and then have to blend it all out. You can also use this, which Redken has created for our balayage and ombres and blurring color. We have this blur brush, and you can, if you find you're heavy in any of those areas, you can go in with the blur brush and just move the product down and up, allowing it for a better blend and take away some of that heavy saturation that can cause marbling from marbly color or uneven results. You want to always stay neat, using foil or using plastic. That way your color can stay nice and neat. Your working station stays neat. I like to put plastic in between my colors to help with them not touching the next section I bring down. With the freehand lightener though, it's very good. It doesn't seem to bleed or blend onto any other colors, but this will help keep the color moist and it won't dry out as fast, which does if you leave it open to oxygen. Next section is actually going to come into the middle of my V here. Come down into so we're going to have something like this for the next section. Doing it this way and having the V pointing down, this is where I'm going to bring my product up to here and also into the middle, which will give the piece behind, some color coming through, which will allow for a softer look. I take about an inch sectioning so that it doesn't, so I still get more of a natural look rather than something that smaller sections would give you more of a bold look. Back comb a little bit at the root. And take it here. Another one here. Remember to keep your brush clean section. If any hair coming off the brush, clean that off. You don't want a piece of hair to ruin your V's. Heavy saturation, and then bring it up for lighter. So we still want the lighter saturation to be as even as the heavy saturation. We want it to transition. If there's any lines or if you feel there's any heavy pieces of color anywhere, you want to blend that out because that will show in your end results. to check under here. Make sure it's blended nicely. Okay, so we are going to work up the rest of the hair the same way that we started. So my next section is going to be the same as the section under here. It's going to come across this way and that way. I'm going to change the time lapse and we'll get through this. Dried and ready to be dry cut. Jasmine has blow dried her very nicely, nice and smooth. Those products have really helped the hair stay nice and smooth. Even mannequin hair. So this is where she's gonna normally part her hair. So we're gonna leave it like this. She wants a little bit of dimension through the front with the cut, so we're gonna go in and just add some layers in through the front here. I'm going to use my 7s by Sambia. These dry cutting shears are really worth buying. They work really well. So we're going to go in. Sometimes I like to add a little bit of the Too Smooth to my hands so that it doesn't cause static in the hair and it allows a little bit more of a smoother feel. We'll just add it to the end, a little bit to the end, and we will go in and now add some layers in through the front. So sometimes you can add a layer this way, and then when it comes back, it really adds like a soft look to the front. So we will do that. So we're going to just take half moon section. So the section should look like this at the top. I don't know if we can see, but moon section. I'm going to stand on this side, and we're actually going to just top the hair down and towards yourself. So when you brush it back, you get a little bit of a layer there. So go in lightly with when doing dry cutting. You don't want to cut any chunks. We're trying to like get the chunks or get like a soft look, so we don't want to like make any harsh cuts. So we're gonna do it once again. We're gonna take it back, and you can already see that shape forming in there. Those shorter layers coming in through the front. Some people that part their hair closer to the middle do like having that on both sides, so we're going to do that as well. Come to this side now, and just open up your scissors, and you're going to just use kind of the inside of your scissor like that, and you're going to tuck the hair down towards you. Cut the hair off. And then brush it back, see if that's where you like it to sit. If you want a little bit more, you can go in and add a bit more. If you want something a little bit more bold, you can definitely do that too. You can go in and a couple times and get it to feather around the face a little bit better for you. So what this does is just really blends in that balayage and makes it look really pretty. So this client also wants some long layers, so I like to start from the side. I want all my layers to go back, so I'm going to add direction to the hair by cutting back. So we're going to lift the hair. It's all about the finger angles, so we want our angle to kind of finish long. So you want your fingers to kind of finish long, because we're doing long layers. And you can just go in, you can point cut those layers out, so you can go in like this and point cut those layers out, giving it a really soft effect. Then you're going to go in with another triangle or a diagonal back section. Same idea, we're going to bring the hair back, adding direction to the hair. And I just like to make sure that I'm sitting the way that I want to sit, which is with these long layers coming this way. So afterwards, you can always go back in and add a little bit of more layer to the front if you think that you want that to be a bit shorter afterwards, but or you can leave it to the end as well. And another section, so we're going to keep going back. I'm not C-shaping my fingers because I want the angle to go back, so I am holding it down in a way and diagonal back towards the middle and the back. And continuing. So we're on probably, I would say, like 45 degrees from the head. We're not, coming 90 degrees, just keeping it on a lower angle. And that angle is going to be kind of a good guide to go by, because that way all your layers will blend in together nicely to the back. And then now I'm into the center of the head back here. We've added those long layers through there. Now we are going to start from this side and work our way back, because we don't want to keep cutting in this direction, because as we're cutting around, now all this hair is gonna, if I lift this next piece and cut it the same way, now all the hair is going to start sitting forward, and we don't want it to sit forward, we're trying to get it all to come back. So I'm gonna stand in front of my mannequin or my client. I'm going to do the same thing, but now your fingers are going to be pointed up, or they're going to be pointing down, depending if you're left-handed or right-handed. I'm left-handed, so my finger angle is now going to be pointed up. Still diagonal sections back, though. And same idea, you want to continue that same type of cut. And we're not taking away from the length at all, because we've already cut our length. If we want to go in afterwards, we can, and just shape out the length a little bit, but I kind of like how it's sitting already, so we're not going to add any length there, or take away any length. And just continuing to come back. Continuing to come back. One more section. Alright. So now that we've created this long layer here, sitting.
Oh, okay. So she's a little, yeah, 15 minutes.
So now we have our long layers. And that really nice subtle balayage back there. Yeah.
You just trim it up?
It's okay. No worries.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now we have a long layer.
I have
Mannequin with a balayage.
okay. And
and curled for me with the beach curl, leaving the ends out. She did a wonderful job. Like, this girl looks fabulous. And you can really see that subtle balayage shining through there now. Such a beautiful curl. And what I'm going to use is I'm going to use a rake, something to just soften them up, break them up a bit, make it look more, you know, that she was walking outside, or kind of a lived-in look. Like, you can see the difference, lived in. So we're just going to go ahead and comb through that. She just used Fabricate, so it won't have a super heavy hold, but you can see the difference already. And what I like to use is I like to use the loose endings. Just find it gives the curls a little bit more moisture before you go in and use your fashion waves at the end. So we're just gonna heat it up a little bit in our hand. We're gonna just run it through the ends. Get them a little bit moist. The sea salt kind of gives it a drier look anyway, so we want to go in and keep it fresh looking. So now I'm going to go in with fashion waves. So this is the texture spray. Some people call it a sea salt spray, or they consider it a sea salt spray. So it will give the hair lots of texture. It goes on wet, and it dries beautifully. So you can see our mannequin. Maybe I'll give my hair a little spray. All right. This is one of my favorite products. You can just see how it manipulates the hair perfectly. Well, there she is, our beachy girl. So thank you so much for watching my videos. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. I want to thank you again for letting me submit this video to you. And if you have any questions, you can message me. And if you want to check out some more of my work, you can check out Jen Masters Hair on Instagram. So it's at Jen Masters Hair on Instagram. Okay, thanks so much.